Welcome to the 2019 Tokyo Motor Show. This is a different kind of show. It doesn't happen every year. It happens every 2 years. It's my very first time here. I was kind of warned before I came. It's not going to be like a typical auto show with just shiny new cars. It's all about the future of mobility, because auto shows have changed around the world, and the Tokyo show wants to be different, to show you what is possible, not just about your car, but how you get there. Toyota is the largest player in Japan, and they're also the worldwide partner for next year's 2020 Olympic Games held right here in Tokyo. As the mobility partner, they're bringing mobility to all, from car enthusiasts to Paralympians. The biggest head-turner was the introduction of the Mirai fuel cell concept. This concept looks production-ready, and the production model will start to be produced by the end of 2020. With a larger, all-new fuel cell platform able to drive 30% farther than the current Mirai, this stylish and sleek sedan will abandon the idea that a future fuel cell has to look different. This just looks fantastic. The interesting part is this should be a performer too, because this is a rear-wheel drive car. I asked the chief engineer why they went to a rear-wheel drive platform.
So we had multiple selections of platform, but considering the driving range, the cabin, the roominess, and also the styling. We did a lot of study, and we came up to this packaging which fit to this rear-wheel drive platform. We basically developed everything from scratch, and our intention was to people to think that, oh, I want this car, is our initial priority for this development.
Toyota also showcased mobility in the form of scooters, a unique wheelchair tow motor that allows the wheelchair to be pulled along, then left behind for another rider to use. The iRoad has been out for a while, but this was the first time I had a chance to drive this rear steer, three-wheel tandem electric city people mover. Okay, my first time in the iRoad. This is cool because the car leans like a motorcycle. Wow. And the steering wheel's at the back. So the front wheels are straight and the wheels at the back. It's very windy and cold here, so sorry if I don't look camera ready. All right, where am I going? Whoa! Oh man, I would love one of these. Okay, hard turn, hairpin corner. Whoa! Yeah, it's just like a motorcycle. This is really cool. Oh wow. This is really good. Now you can get somebody in the back seat. They have to straddle the person in front, kind of like a motorcycle as well. But yeah, I could get used to this. This is fun. They are using this in certain cities, test places here in Japan and in Europe, but maybe one day, you never know.
How was it, Zach?
I want one. I want one. That's so cool. It's like it's kind of like water skiing and riding a motorbike at the same time. To showcase fuel cell for larger vehicles, Toyota will have hydrogen fuel cell buses driving around the Olympic site with zero emissions. The buses also have autonomous docking modes. By following a set track on the road, the bus will pull up to within 50 millimeters of the passenger platform, making it easy for wheelchair accessibility on and off the bus. Over at Lexus, it was the LF30 concept that was shown. This is a showcase for design and technology from an adaptive suspension they call posture control that keeps the car's posture on the road perfect at all time. This is an electric vehicle, and this LF30 has in-wheel electric motors on all four wheels. Plus, it's fully autonomous but can switch back to the driver in control at any time. The name LF30 was chosen for the 30th anniversary of the Lexus brand. Now, the Tokyo Motor Show has some pretty random stuff too that you just don't see at typical motor shows, like a cat pillow. This wags its tail when you pet it. Or how about a robot puppy for $2,000? Now here's something the Raptors could use, a robot for free throws, getting it in with nothing but net every time. Apparently this can do it over and over thousands of times. Now the Japanese motorcycle industry is very important, and they're represented at the show as well. Now, Suzuki is no longer sold in North America for cars, but Toyota has partnered to develop new vehicles for the Indian market. Suzuki is the largest player in South Asia. They had some cool-looking stuff to show, like a combi camper van, scooters, concept cars, and my favorite, the Jimny. Toyota has also recently taken a larger stake in Mazda to develop future technology, but Mazda showed the MX-30 full electric car, its own creation, before the collaboration starts. This full electric car is going into production by the end of 2020, and Canada is being heavily considered as a market due to zero-emission vehicle mandates in British Columbia and Quebec. This is only my first time being here to the Tokyo Motor Show. I've been to many motor shows in China, so many in Europe, and of course around North America, but Tokyo is very different. One thing is the crowds, the amount of media that shows up for these presentations is huge, especially for a big brand like Toyota, which is the main player here in Japan. And as a guest of Toyota and Lexus here for this event, it was really nice to see what they're doing. Now, a lot of people think that we have to go all battery electric in order to reduce our emissions. Now, they explained it to us nicely, and they said, you know what, if 20% of the world's vehicles were battery electric, we wouldn't get to the reductions that we need. Depending on which jurisdiction you're in, a place like India or China or Malaysia or whatever might be better served by just hybrid vehicles or plug-in hybrids or fuel cell vehicles, or maybe a combination of all of those things. And when you add it all together, that's where they believe that they can get to a great reduction worldwide of emissions. Now, there's also a lot of mobility stories here around the Summer Games, which is going to be very exciting next summer. So that's a quick look at the Tokyo Motor Show, just a fraction of it because there's so much to see.